So here we are out at Lake George, and we're on the floor of the lake. Doesn't look like a lake at the moment, but sometimes there's water right across this area. At the moment the water is well to the south of us, even though we've had good rain the last few months. So we've had this research project going for several years to investigate the long history of Lake George. And one of the sources of information on the long history of the lake, well beyond human history, is to take sediment cores from beneath the floor of the lake and examine the sediment, particularly for fossil pollen, which tells us about the vegetation that was growing at this site at times back, in this case, a few million years. Today we're at the northern end of the lake. We're drilling a hole that's gone down more than 80 metres. We're intersecting sediments that we think are probably more than 4 million years old. And when we process these sediment cores in the lab and extract the pollen grains and identify them, we'll be able to say what the vegetation was like around Lake George more than 4 million years ago, and also say something about the climate at the time, because vegetation is very strongly related to climate. 4 million years ago, we think the rainfall was probably much higher around Lake George, and so we know from previous drilling that we've done out here that intersected sediments as old as 3 million years. We know at 3 million years ago there were some kinds of rainforest trees growing around the lake, and the rainfall was much higher than it is today. And we expect that probably something similar was happening back 4 million years, but let's see when we get the sediment cores out. The type of vegetation and the climate and the kind of sediment that we're drilling through helps us build up a picture of the environment at various times in the past, including how deep the lake was, or even if there was a lake, and so on. So it's all part of understanding the history of the region, the landscape, the past climate changes.